You think manipulation only happens to weak, gullible people. That's exactly what manipulators want you to believe. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The smarter you are, the easier you are to manipulate. Because your brain does something dangerous. It looks for patterns, it fills in gaps, and it trusts logic, even when that logic is being handed to you by someone who engineered it. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how this works, the psychological triggers, the invisible traps, and why brilliant people walk right into them every single time. Stay until the end, because the last tactic I reveal is the one most people never even recognize as manipulation. Let's start with what's called the intelligence paradox. Research in cognitive psychology shows that high IQ individuals are more susceptible to certain forms of manipulation, not less. Why? Because intelligence comes with a side effect, overconfidence in your own reasoning. Psychologists call it dysrationalia, the inability to think and behave rationally despite high intelligence. Your brain becomes so good at justifying decisions that a skilled manipulator doesn't need you to convince of anything. They just give you the pieces and let your own mind build the trap. This is why con artists don't target confused people. They target successful ones: doctors, lawyers, CEOs, people who've spent their whole lives trusting their own judgment. Now let's break down the 3 most powerful tactics used in dark psychology. Tactic number 1, manufactured scarcity. Only 3 spots left. This offer expires tonight. I'm talking to someone else too. Your brain has a hardwired survival response to scarcity. When something becomes rare, your desire for it spikes, regardless of whether you actually wanted it before. Smart people fall for this because they reframe it as opportunity analysis. They think they're being rational. They're not. They're responding to a trigger that was planted inside them. Tactic number 2, the foot in the door. A manipulator never asks for what they really want up front. They start small, a small favor, a small agreement, a small compromise. Because once you say yes once, your brain needs to stay consistent with that identity. Psychologist Robert Cialdini calls this commitment and consistency, and it's one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. Each small yes makes the next yes easier, until one day you look up and realized you've agreed to something you never would have said yes to at the beginning. Tactic number 3, emotional flooding. When you're flooded with emotion, fear, love, guilt, shame, your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, essentially goes offline. Manipulators create emotional chaos on purpose. They pick fights, they create urgency, they make you feel guilty for thinking clearly. And here's the brutal part. The smarter you are, the harder you try to think your way through the emotion, which keeps you inside the flood longer. While you're busy analyzing your feelings, they're already 3 steps ahead. So how do you protect yourself? First, create a pause ritual. Before any high-stakes decision, give yourself a mandatory 24 hours. Manipulation depends on momentum. The pause breaks the spell. Second, name the tactic out loud. There's neurological research showing that simply labeling an emotional trigger reduces its power over you. When you feel rushed, say to yourself, "This might be manufactured scarcity." That single thought activates your rational brain. Third, watch for the special exception feeling. Manipulators always make you feel like you're getting something no one else gets. Exclusive access, special trust, a unique deal. That feeling of being chosen is one of the most powerful levers in dark psychology. If someone is making you feel uniquely special, ask yourself why. Here's what I want you to take away from this video. Manipulation isn't about breaking someone's will, it's about working with it, bending your own psychology against you. The smartest defense isn't more intelligence, it's awareness. Knowing the game is being played is the only thing that lets you step off the board. If this hit different for you, subscribe, because next week we're going deeper into dark psychology, specifically how narcissists use your empathy as a weapon. Drop a comment below. Which tactic surprised you the most? Stay sharp.